Also, by the way, guys, you can find my complete introduction to cybersecurity for free here. I will leave the promo code for you, and it's for a limited time only. So please do check it out if you're interested. Complete introduction to cybersecurity 2026. Hope everyone is doing well. So today we have a lab by Cyberdefenders called the Openfire lab, right? Which is a lab related to a messaging server that was vulnerable by this CVE. And what we'll be doing is that we'll be analyzing a pickup file and then answering the questions below. So first you should start the lab and click open, and then let's start by reading the scenario. Okay. Alright, I have already solved the lab, but let's do it together for the sake of practice. So the scenario says, as a cybersecurity analyst, you are tasked with investigating a data breach targeting your organization Openfire messaging server. Attackers have exploited the vulnerability in the server, compromising sensitive communication and potentially exposing critical data. Your task is to analyze the provided network capture file using Wireshark, identify evidence of the exploitation, trace the attacker actions, and uncover indicators of compromise. Nice. So once you open the file, once you open the lab, say no here, start here, and you'll be given the pickup file in the in the artifacts folder. Sorry. Okay, just reconnecting. All right, artifacts and Openfire pickup. Right now, till it opens, let's go and see the questions. All right, so let's answer the question one by one. So the first question says, what's the CSRF token value for the first login request? Yeah, for those who don't know, CSRF is cross-site request forgery token, right? That's been used by the attacker. That has been issued by the first login, right? So for those who don't know, this tokens helps to defend against cross-site script forgery attacks, right? So that it implements different tokens for each session used by the user. So we have a first login request, right? So what we can do here, once you open the pickup file, you can go to statistics conversation just to I like to do this in the beginning just to analyze the environment. You can see these are the requests, these are the IPv4 and so on. So they're now looking for a CSRF token, right? So what we can do here is that we can look for post requests, right? So because when you log in, you submit your username and password, so you post, you use a post request. So what we can do, http dot method dot request equal to post, right? Sorry, http dot method dot request equal to post. Something wrong here. Okay, https. Alright, http dot method. Okay, dot, I think it's request dot request. Yeah, this is it, equal to post. And if you're looking for Wireshark filters, you can use this cheat sheet. I'll provide it for you below. It's really good if you want to master Wireshark filters and so on. So anyways, we'll click yes. Okay, right. So now we are given by all the post requests, as you can see here. However, if you look at the nearest packet is packet number 879, and it's a post request, right? So what does it have? If you click this again, packet number 879, if you click on it, you can see a post to login.jsp, and if you go to the HTML format, you can see here the login true. This is the CSRF value, the username admin, and the password is admin at password. And yeah, so this is the CSRF token, TMJU. And indeed, if you look at the answer, This is the CSRF of the first login, right? Yeah. Question number 2 says, what's the password of the first user who logged in? All right, since we know that this is the first user who logged in, admin, yeah, so this is the password used by the user, admin at password. And yeah, this is easy. Question number 3 says, what's the first username that was created, what was the first username that was created by the attacker, right? So here there's a username that has been created after the attacker has gained access to the portal, to the messaging, to the Openfire server. So what we can do, we can add a get request, right? So we'll just copy this one. Maybe there's a get request here, so, or instead of post we use get, right? And let's scroll up and look for anything related to user creation. So you can HTTP, nice, report, request. You can see here, get icon, get login, JSP, okay, get nothing, get, there's a plugin in Openfire, okay, setup JS, there's nothing. All right, so here you can see login, and then yeah, you can see setup user create, right? So here the attacker has created the user, actually three users, right? So you can see the packets, they're following each other, 9920, 9987 and 9960. So the first user is this one, the user, this is the CSRF token. And if you can look at the user, it's not here. Yeah, username is, yeah, this is the username, 3536RR, and this is the password of the user. So the username is, the first user created is, because let's see if there's another user. No, this is the first user, 3536RR, and indeed this is the username, 3536RR. You can see here user great in the get request, no problem. Question number 4 says, what's the username that the attacker used to log in the admin panel, right? So after he created the usernames, he created actually 3 usernames. He created this user, and here also you can see user create A704L, and here the third user 7Z0FAS. He created 3 users, and then here you can see a post request, right? You can see a post request, right? You can see here also Openfire. You can see a command here. Okay, you can see here. So we're looking for a post request actually, right? So because since these are the users created by the, so we're looking now for a post request. Yeah, as you can see here, once he created this accounts, these 3 user accounts, he logged in here, post request in this packet. You can see also here in this packet, the user here, yeah, he logged, this is the following packet, he logged in. You can see a post request by the user AZ04L, which is this user that he created already. This is the user that after he created, he logged in here. Right here we can see he logged with admin. Here we can see he logged with BAL, okay, with another user. No, sorry, he logged here with admin. So yeah, this is the user that he logged in, AZ04L, because after he created 3 users, he logged in with this username. So this is indeed the answer. Question number 5 says, what's the name of the plugin used that the attackers uploaded, right? So there's a plugin that attackers uploaded, right? So we have already seen something. Yeah, you can see here, post plugin admin JSP upload, right? So you can see the plugin admin in a post request. If you scroll down, maybe you find something. Okay, encapsulated multipath, nothing actually. Okay, so let's scroll up. Yeah, you can see here plugins, Openfire. You can see plugins, Openfire, plugins, Openfire, plugins, Openfire. But we're looking for something related to upload. Yeah, plugin admin. Okay, hypertext. Right, so here plugin admin. So there's a file that, or the plugin that has been uploaded by the attacker, right? So what I can do here, just focus on post requests, because is right. So focusing on post request will make it easier actually. Okay, yeah, you can see here. This is a command actually. Okay, okay, Openfire. Yeah, you can see here plugin admin .jsp upload. Yeah, this is the. Let's if you scroll here. Sorry. Yeah, as you can see here, this is the plugin admin, and there's the JSP upload, right? So he uploaded here the plugin, and here you can see the file name of the plugin, Openfire plugin.jar. Yeah, this is the extension of the file used, .jar, and this is the plugin name, Openfire the plugin. So indeed, this is the answer, plugin.jar. Question number 6. What's the first command used by the executed by the attacker? Yeah, so once he got hold of the machine or the server, he executed some command. So we can use here the post request actually and look for any commands, right? So we can see here a command actually. You can see here a command. uh, you can see a comment at this packet number, and he said, who am I, right? So this command is used to know who is the owner of the machine or who is the owner of the server in Linux, right? So this is the first command executed by the attacker. There's also a couple other commands, I believe. Okay, so scroll down. Yeah, so we have another comment, but no, so yeah, these are the comments. Yeah, so this is the first command, which is called who am I. So if you scroll down, it's who am I. Number 7 says, what tool did the attacker use to get a reverse shell? So what tool did the attacker use to establish a reverse shell connection to the message server from his machine to the server, right? So if you remember, we have seen here a command actually, nc 192. This is actually the attacker's IP, and he establishing connection over port 8888, and this is the command bin bash. So for those who don't know, this nc command is related to a tool called netcat, right? So if you go here, nc, sorry, nc command, you can see nc command is also known as netcat. So this is the tool utilized by the attackers actually, and it's called netcat. So if you scroll down, it's called netcat. Number 8, question number 8, what command did the attacker execute on the server to check the network interface, right? So after executing netcat, nc here, as you can see, he also executed command to know network interface, right? So if you scroll down, no, nothing, nothing. So what we can do actually, if you go here to this packet, we can follow the TCP stream, right? So you can see here, we scroll up, 1186, nothing, nothing. Okay, here nothing. Scroll up. Yeah, you can see here, he executed who am I, the server responder root, ID, okay, username, uname a, and this is the username of the machine, and then he executed if config, and then he was provided by the, of course, network interface, because this command is used to get the network interface information actually, right? So you can see here, yeah, this is the command ifconfig, and if you scroll down, he used ls to know what files are there, and then cd, so cd root, yeah, so he's now exploring the files and so on. So however, this is the command he used to know the network interface of the machine. So indeed, this is the answer, ifconfig, right? So if you can look, if you go up also, you can look at if you go to follow tcp stream, you can look at more. Okay, so yeah, this is the last stream. So yeah, this is the command he executed. So yeah, indeed, it's ifconfig. Question number 9, the final question: what's the CVE of the vulnerability exploited? And you can obviously find it from here. This is the CVE exploited by the vulnerability, CVE 2023-32315. Hope you enjoyed the lab. It's just a quick lab to test your forensics skills, network forensics skills, and see you in the next one.